control. Yeah. Lose control. Lose control. I can't listen to no yes man. No pen pushing, no desk man. I got my methods to calm down. But all I see is red man. Now all I see is dead man. All I see is old friends. I pray I never lose myself. I pray I never lose my help. Hands up for no one else but baby Jesus and no one else. All I ever wanted was wealth. All I ever seen was sorrow. No promises for tomorrow. I don't know any other way. They gon' hate me. Yeah. They gon' love me. Lose control. They gon' love me. Lose control. They gon' love me. From a lost child to a young man, I still remember playing kick the can, walking miles in quicksand, reaching out for another hand. I'm starting to fear God's plan. Because all my hours feel rushed like Jackie Chan, but I'ma let it ride. If I see shit going downhill, I'ma let it slide. I try to catch a wave, but I miss the tide, and I'm losing pride, no, I'm losing self. It hurts inside my mental health. Another blow was fucking dope. Another blow was fucking felt. I'm overheating my mind. Melting. Ain't too many who gon' ride for you, die for you. They lied to you. They tell you who they think you need to be while undermining you. I'm tired too. I can't sleep. I watch the clock like I was hired to. Who hired you? Cause you treat me like a job while I admire you. I cry for you. I wouldn't have done anything, even die for you. My mind is screwed. You twist my thoughts and pride of loose. I must choose. It's you or me. And somebody got it. I have hatred that consumes my heart. The type of hatred that you never see from the start. The type of hatred that manifests from an innocent soul. The type of hatred that hits the top but never overflows. You can call me a cat that ran astray, or you can call me a dog that was pushed away. Even a lost dog finds a way back home. Even if that place you call home makes a place alone, devoid of the foundation to keep your home stable. But every home has a cloth. Hey. Every home has a cloth concealing the battle tables, man. They gon' hate me. They gon' hate you guys. They gon' love and they gon' love you guys. They gon' hate me. They only two options. They gon' love me. They gon' love me. Hey. Alright, y'all, that's some music. My album on bandcamp.com. That's bandcamp.com/Leroy Mitchell. Go ahead, check that out. Got 2 albums up there. If y'all want to support some artists out here independently, buy something you can have and you can own it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all paying $10 a month on streaming services, and you know you don't even own the music. Let me get up a little closer to y'all. You know you don't even own the music. You don't even own it. The moment your subscription ends, all that music go away. So y'all gotta start owning things. All right, that's the topic today. But wake that ass up, baby. Welcome to Wake That Ass Up. It's your host Leroy Mitchell, baby. We back again with sports, news, entertainment, and life. And the life topic today is build generational wealth, which means you gotta own something. You gotta own something. You gotta own things. If you don't own nothing, how you gonna pass it down? I'll wait. How you gonna pass it down if you don't own nothing? Okay, a lot of us have been tricked into just borrowing things or renting things. All right, that's a trick. You need to own things. All right, if you ain't owning anything, you ain't got nothing. All right, and in order to create generational wealth, you gotta own things. You gotta have businesses. You gotta have houses. You gotta have things you can pass down. Okay, I know a lot of people don't care about that because the younger generation ain't having kids and yada yada yada. But for the people who do care, start owning things. All right, it is not cool to just have something for a little bit and then it go away and you don't even control when it go away. Because what if the Apple Music shut down? What if Spotify shut down? What if Netflix shut down? What if everything shuts down? You ain't gonna have nothing to watch, nothing to listen to. You gonna have just your thoughts. Start owning things, all right? We need to revert back. We need to go back to them CD players, them damn cassette tapes. We need to go back to all that, okay? We need to go back to all the consoles. Ain't no streaming online. Nah, I need my consoles. I need my physical disc, my actual game. If I pay $80 for a video game and you give me a digital copy, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad. All right, y'all. So just make sure that you start owning things in life because that's the only true way to get ahead. You have to own things. All the billionaires know that. They own a bunch of things. That's why they're rich. And they're going to keep passing that down to their kids. All right? So if we're not doing that, as regular people, we goofy. We goofy. All right? It's about generational wealth. Pass that stuff down. Pass it down. All right, y'all. Today we about to talk about Trump and this war and these gas prices. Because gas keep going up. If oil hit $200 a barrel, which is never did before, it's over. You ain't driving nowhere. If you do truck driving, anything in transportation, you know what? The sad part about it is so many things are ran on oil and gas that it doesn't even just affect transportation. It's going to affect the grocery prices because all the stuff in the stores. Man, listen, it's going to get crazy. So I'm not sure what's going on with Trump and his mindset of what he's trying to accomplish with this war. But I do know one thing. It ain't going to be looking too good for us if we keep playing these games. It's not going to look too good for us if we keep playing these games because us American citizens, we're going to be feeling it. I'm in Milwaukee, Wisconsin right now. Gas about to be $4 a gallon in Milwaukee. Are you crazy? $4 a gallon? $4 a gallon? You got to be, man, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't doing nothing in life. So I'm not sure what's happening, but some stuff is happening. So let's see what they talking about because I got to see what they talking about. This whole Strait of Hormuz thing is really turning this thing on its head for all of us as people. So.
The president and the administration have expressed deep frustration with U.S. allies, particularly NATO allies, for not helping to secure the Strait of Hormuz.
They not trying to get blown up. Iran got missiles.
Depend on that strait for oil and commercial traffic much more than the United States. He's called out, in addition to NATO allies, he's called out Japan, Australia, and South Korea. We have a new social media post from the president this morning, which says, I wonder what would happen if we finished off what's left of the Iranian terror state and let the countries that use it, we don't, be responsible for the so-called strait. That would get some of our non-responsive allies, he uses quotation marks around allies, in gear and fast. Now, Thursday, while meeting with the Irish Prime Minister, he also, repeatedly talked about his disappointment with NATO allies, talked about U.S. support for Ukraine, saying that when the U.S. needs help, they don't seem to be there. Take a listen to part of his comments.
NATO's making a very foolish mistake, and I've long said that,
Also, which is crazy, too, because when you really think about it, we've spent billions of dollars helping Ukraine fight against Russia. Because Russia would have went in straight, took Ukraine. It would have been gone. Ukraine would have been, it'd have been another province of Russia or somehow. I don't know how they call it all over there, but it would have been another segment of Russia. But we sent billions of our taxpayer money over there to do what we had to do. All right. Now that we are in some little conflict and we want these same neighboring nations to help us, they don't want to help. So I do understand Trump in that regard, but I don't blame these nations. They don't got the military capacity to be trying to fight against Iran. And unfortunately for them, they're in that part of the world, so they're easily accessible. America's not really accessible for most places when it comes to this whole military game we're playing. Where America's located is in a great spot. We're protected by oceans, and it's ridiculous. All right, so a lot of military forces, it's hard for them to even get to America, to even bomb something, to do anything like that. So if you're a ally of America, but you're positioned closer to the enemy, it would be smart to not get involved unless you truly believe America is going to protect you 100%. But if you guys have been following the war and not the war on whatever these news stations have been showing us, because they've been lying, you got to go get the news stations from the other countries. So they really shook it. They ain't biased. They're going to show you what's going on for real. Iran ain't playing. This is a war of attrition. This ain't got nothing to do with how much might we got and how much money we got and how much military power we got. Unfortunately, it costs a lot of money to have to sail ships and planes and all this stuff all the way across and keep doing it. For how long? America gonna run out of money before we win this war. Iran gonna win this war, I'm telling you, because it's just a war of attrition. Unless somebody plans on using nuclear weapons, which no one's going to do, Iran about to just slowly but surely wait us out, win this war, and they're doing it in crazy ways, like the Strait of Hormuz. Crazy ways, very smart, very strategic.
I wonder whether or not NATO would ever be there for us. So this was a great test, because we don't need them, but they should have been there.
Now, European allies, for their part, say they don't want to be drawn into this war. The EU's foreign policy chief said this is not Europe's war, although we know that foreign ministers are talking about ways to try to reopen the Strait of Hormuz to traffic, but they've expressed they want to do so diplomatically. Vlad and Adriana.
All right, so as we've been reporting, Natalie, the president's counterterrorism director has resigned over the war with Iran. The president made a post about Joe Kent. Joe Kent, in a letter of resignation, says that he believes, at least as far as he understands, that we were not in imminent danger of being attacked by Iran. He also criticized the United States for suggesting that we were attacking Iran because we were doing so at the request of another foreign power. So what did the president say about all that?
Yeah, well, we have a new post from the president on this topic, and the administration dug up an old social media post by Kent himself, who note is a combat veteran, retired Green Beret.
Yeah, so here's what I think. Why would the Iranian government just outright attack America, knowing the severity of the consequences? They wouldn't, right? I believe just like whatever happened in the Iraq war and whatever happened with Vietnam and whatever happened with all these other incidences that we went into war with, that we've kind of went into these places, I feel like there's something that we want. I think it's the resources. I think America wants control of whatever the oil. Maybe there's something over there we don't know about. There's something going on we don't know about. I don't believe for any second that government would be bold enough to just say, you know what, we're gonna plan some crazy attack and it actually work. Like, it ain't gonna work. It was never going to work. So there is something behind the scenes. Maybe it's the Epstein files, because we ain't talked about that in a long time. That just straight up disappeared. Where did that go? I just feel like a lot of things are cover-ups. I don't know. I feel like they hit you with a bunch of stuff at one time and you just don't know what's really going on. But to say that we really truly believe Iran was going to come and blow up, no, come on, y'all. Stop playing.
This is a post back from 2020, posted following the U.S. strike that killed Iranian General Soleimani during Trump's first term, in which Kent said, quote, "We should not sit and wait for the next attack, wipe out Iran's ballistic capability, and get our troops out of Iraq. They are only targets now." So the president there trying to show that at that time Kent seemed to advocate for military action against Iran's weapons, even though now in his resignation letter he's making it quite clear that he's against this war, again blaming saying there is not an imminent threat, blaming pressure from Israel. This is no doubt going to come up during the worldwide threats hearing over on Capitol Hill, which will feature Tulsi Gabbard, the director of national intelligence, testifying. Kent was a top aide to her. Yeah, you know, in his resignation letter, he also notes that he is a Gold Star husband. His wife
was killed in a terrorist attack.
Yes, and he says, quote, "in a war manufactured by Israel," which is really strong language. He deployed 11 times. But what's interesting is that people on both the left and the right in Congress are critical of him.
They're criticizing the fact that there's some who say that remark about Israel is anti-Semitic.
Listen, this whole anti-Semitic shit, get the fuck out of town. Hey, listen, we live in fucking America. All right, the only thing I want to fucking hear when you talking about some shit is slavery, okay? Jim Crow, the shit that actually happened here. For all I know, in my recollection, what I learned in school, Nazi Germany, that in Germany, okay? All the stuff that happened to the Jew, that was in Germany. I'm not 100%, but that Germany. So why that? If anyone says anything about Jewish people at all, it's anti-Semitic. You can't say nothing. And they try to hold that over everyone's head like that's some... Come on, absolutely not. Absolutely not. We gotta let that go in America. That's some bullshit. That's just straight garbage. It's just garbage. Listen, anybody can be spoken about, all right? Everything isn't whatever you want to call it. racist, anti-Semitic. Whatever is happening is happening. The truth is the truth, and you can't hide behind words. All right, and I feel like a specific group of people are trying to hide behind a word or a set of words, and you can't do it. I'm sorry. Didn't nobody enslave you in America? Didn't nobody put you in no camps in America? Didn't none of that stuff happen to Jewish? From everything that I know, I've never seen a Jewish person struggle in America. They all got money. They own everything. Media, banks. I ain't never seen a Jewish. So I don't want this anti-Semitic shit. Get the fuck out of town. Only thing we should ever be really throwing some credence to is someone saying the N-word with the hard R. Because that's real. That's what happened here in America. So we gotta let that shit go. That should be pissing me off with the media and the news. I'd be running with that shit too.
And there are others who have pointed out that prior to
Kanye West was right.
Appointment, that he and Natalie can expound on this, had believed in a lot of controversial and
I got plenty of Jewish. I like Jewish people. Only them people nice. But we gotta stop. Y'all can't be using that as hell no.
During that time, during
hell
the
no.
campaign trail,
Y'all doing just fine in America.
Southern Washington State, a lot came up about his comments, belief in.
I ain't never seen a Jewish person struggle in America.
Some accused him of aligning with white nationalist groups, so that definitely came up years ago on the campaign trail. Some are taking his comments about Israel in this resignation letter as anti-Semitic. Obviously, he's kind of been this controversial figure.
Israel some bullshit. Like they own some bullshit.
Highlights the divide that we're seeing within some supporters of President Trump and the MAGA movement about the decision to go to war.
Yeah, and the first major departure from the president's inner circle. Natalie, thank you so much.
Parents of
Israel's some bullshit. All right, it's that simple. I don't know what's going on, but Israel on some bullshit. They trying to control the narrative for everything. So it makes me think that in reality, Israel might be the culprit behind all of this. They the main boss. That's what they gotta be. They gotta be. They the head honcho. Israel running everything in America. They got to, because every time the news come on, it's some anti-Semitic shit, and it's like, no, stop it. Somebody can't make a actual claim about what's happening without y'all crying and making some shit up. Nah, Israel controls some shit. I don't know what they control them. They control some shit. I don't know. They control some shit. All right, let's talk about inflation. Prices getting crazy. All right, gas getting crazy. Housing ain't never going down. Food crazy. We ain't making more money. It's bad. So let's see what they talking about with these new rates. Cause man, the money ain't the money. I don't know. The money ain't the money no more.
This is Fed Chair Jerome Powell taking the podium.
Good afternoon. My colleagues and I remain squarely focused on achieving our dual mandate goals of maximum employment and stable prices for the benefit of the American people. The U.S. economy has been expanding at a solid pace. While job gains have remained low, the unemployment rate has been little changed in recent months, and inflation remains somewhat elevated. Today, the FOMC decided to leave our policy rate unchanged. We see the current stance of monetary policy as appropriate to promote progress toward our maximum employment and 2% inflation goals.
2% inflation goals. You ain't never getting that.
Developments in the Middle East for the U.S. economy are uncertain. We will remain attentive to risks to both sides of our dual mandate. And I'll have more to say about monetary policy after briefly reviewing economic developments. Available indicators suggest that economic activity has been expanding at a solid pace. Consumer spending has been resilient, and business fixed investment has continued to expand. In contrast, activity in the housing sector has remained weak. In our summary of economic projections, the median participant projects that real GDP will rise 2.4% this year and 2.3% next year, somewhat stronger than projected in December. In the labor market, the unemployment rate was 4.4% in February and has changed little since late last summer. Job gains have remained low. A good part of the slowing in the pace of job growth over the past year reflects a decline in the growth of the labor force due to lower immigration and labor force participation, though labor demand has clearly softened as well. Other indicators, including job openings, layoffs, hiring, and nominal wage growth generally show little change in recent months. In our SEP, the median projection of the unemployment rate is 4.4% at the end of this year and edges down thereafter. Inflation has eased significantly from its highs in mid-2022, but remains somewhat elevated relative to our 2% longer-run goal. Estimates based on the Consumer Price Index and other data indicate that total PCE prices rose 2.8% over the 12 months ending in February, and that excluding the volatile food and energy categories, core PCE prices rose 3.0%. These elevated readings largely reflect inflation in the goods sector, which has been boosted by the effects of tariffs. Near-term measures of inflation expectations have risen in recent weeks, likely reflecting the substantial rise in oil prices caused by the supply disruptions in the Middle East. Most measures of longer-term expectations remain consistent with our 2% inflation goal. The median projection in the SEP for total PCE inflation this year is 2.7% and 2.2% next year, a bit higher than projected in December.
So this is the most sophisticated way of saying things are not getting better in America as it pertains to our economy. That's essentially what that was. I'm gonna let it keep playing, but I like how whoever the writers are, I like the words they use because they do a great job of making you feel like everything's not going to hell. They do a great job. Like, whoever wrote that, tremendous job, because you're really making it seem like we didn't just lose 90-some thousand jobs in February. And when the March report comes out, it's probably going to be the same or more, or who knows. It's going to be something crazy. They acting like housing prices have gone down. They have not. They acting like foreclosures are not at an all-time high right now. They acting like gas prices ain't crazy right now. They acting like food prices ain't crazy right now. They acting like you can go on Indeed.com and actually get a job that pays you anything worth anything. It's ridiculous. Like it's really, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. Sometimes when you really be looking at our government in America, you look at it like, man, they really don't care about us. Not if you have a lot of money and you can get these people in the office and stuff like that, they care about you. But if you're just a normal citizen like most of us are, it's ridiculous. I just read a report that like over 100 million people in America are not working. And we only got 300 million people, if that number is correct. So the way this thing is sliding, it's sliding downhill fast. And with AI, robotics, these wars, all this uncertainty, who knows what's about to happen. But my prediction is that more people are going to continue to lose their jobs at a rapid rate. I don't believe the housing market is going to go down in the way that people think. I think it's going to go down because people are just going to lose their homes to the banks, and things will get cheaper because people don't have any money and they're going to have to sell things, and that's what's going to happen. I think deflation is going to be a real thing, and I feel like it's already happening. So if you're not transitioning into other things, if you're still in a 9-to-5 life, I hope you're making a lot of money, because if you're not, it's going to be real tough as these things start to get out of hand. And if you lose your job, it's not going to be easily replaceable, especially if you make over like 80 grand. Any job over 80 grand that pays over 80 grand, if you lose that job, you're not going to easily replace that job. You're just not. So if you got a good job and you make decent money and you can, afford what you got to afford, make sure you work your ass off and you employ the motherfucking month every month. All right? If you are not in the position where you can obtain a lot of income from a 9-to-5 job, you better start becoming an entrepreneur today, yesterday, and 5 years ago, and figure out how to get money handed directly to you. You better get into the trades. Do not go to college. College has been a scam, and it's even more of a scam today. Get right into the trades. They say plumbers gonna make LeBron James money. Electricians, you get into that. HVAC, get into all that. That's what you should be getting into. All right, don't be going into all this. Oh, I'm going to be this scholar and all that. That scholar ain't gonna get you paid today. All right, it would about 15, 20 years ago, but not today. So get into entertainment. All right, get into personal care. Get into all the things that can actually be beneficial to a human being that AI and robotics can't take away. Which is not many things, but you better get into it right now, because if this game continues to wage on, it's only gonna get worse for the common folk, and that's all of us for the most part. So I'm just letting people know, you better get it together. You better get it together. You better get it together, baby. All right, I gotta get onto some lighter stuff, cause you know what I'm saying, all this war stuff is a little crazy. Hey man, I'm a big NBA fan. I don't know if y'all like the NBA, but I like the NBA. What's going on here? Y'all better stop playing. Let's stop playing. Oh, LeBron James getting crazy with it. I don't understand how this man, 55 years old. I mean, Luka be getting
There's a
off
lot
too.
of science that goes into making sure this helmet
Luka be getting off
protects
too.
me. The same.
Don't think twice.
Look at this. LeBron James, 55 years old, still playing 34 minutes, 30 points on 13 or 14 shooting. Come on, man. They better stop playing. They better stop playing with LeBron James. This definitely the GOAT. If there was ever a GOAT, this the GOAT. I ain't gonna lie. That's the motherfucking GOAT right there. That's the GOAT. Look at him getting off like a mud. Ooh, look at the Lakers might do something well. My prediction, though, for the NBA Finals is out of the East, I got Boston. And out of the West, I'm hoping for the Lakers, man. I am. I think LeBron and them could do it. I don't see, you know, Oklahoma City is they scary. You know what I'm saying? They got SGA. They scary. You know, Denver still could be, you know, formidable with Jokic and all that. Who else they got? Who else we got out there? Houston. I don't know, man. Houston ain't really got it. They got it all the way. What else they got out there? The Spurs. Okay, the Spurs kind of crazy. All right, the Spurs is the only team where I'm like, man, I don't know what you're gonna do with Wemby on my mama, but if anybody can figure it out in the playoffs and get it done, it's LeBron James. So I got the Lakers and the Celtics. And LeBron James gonna retire after this season. That's what I would do. Win the championship and retire. That'd be crazy. Wouldn't that be crazy? That'd be crazy. All right, y'all. It's your boy Leroy Mitchell. I'm gonna leave y'all with some of my music. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you take care of your family. Remember the life talk today. All right, generational wealth. You gotta own stuff. That's why I took all my music off of distribution and it's straight on bandcamp.com, BAND camp, CAMP.com/Leroy Mitchell. You could buy the album and it's yours. You can own it. All right. And if you send me an email, you want me to send you a physical copy, I'll send you a physical copy. Okay. We'll get all that figured out so you can have it in your crib. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want your phone to shut off. And I got to probably send you a CD player too, huh? We got to figure out how to get back to the old days, man. We got to get back to the old days. CD players and all that good stuff. All right, y'all. It's your boy Leroy Mitchell. I'm out of here. I'm going to leave y'all with some music. It's the website. You can go ahead and check out the music and support me. I appreciate it.
I don't really know what's been going on in my head. Like, I don't know if I like love myself or like, I don't know. I've been trying to figure it out though. Check it. Yeah. I heard them say he on this Kendrick-ish. I really think they mean my penmanship. They take my kindness for friendliness. I know they hope to see me penniless. I keep it moving like a Michelin. Yeah, I'm changing rooms, no more fitting in. I'm too cold to feel warm again. Yeah, whether you like it or not, I'm storming in. There's money pouring in. I had to make it rain on these women, cause why live life without a little sin? I won't be poor again for the 50th time. Leave me alone, can't do business with too many men. And that's enough said. Bitch, I'm well fed. It's up to you to pick up the crumbs to get a little bread. I'm watching Walking Dead. I feel misled. Who knows taking a shot was the way to get ahead. This is love. Yeah. 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 This is love. Check it. Yeah. I smoke weed to make the pain fade. I can't cope any other way. Yeah, I'm feeling like another lazy day. Damn, when it was supposed to be leg day. Yeah, I've been searching for a little praise. Yeah, my mind been stuck in the maze. Yeah. Yeah, I've been going through a little phase. I need to disengage. All I feel is rage. They all catch strays. It took me a long time to map it out, but a nigga stuck in his ways. Now I'm calling plays. Since they playing hardball, I'm taking it off the back like the older A's. I'm seeking Tampa Rays with a little shade. A peace of mind is the only food that I crave. I'm watching Walking Dead. I feel misled. Who knew taking the shot was the way to get ahead? This is mine. Yeah. This is mine. Yeah. Man, you gotta love yourself. And you gotta take a shot. That's the only way to get ahead in this game, man. Straight up.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. I'll catch y'all later. Deuces. Have a good morning. Have a good day.
You're the sweetest thing. Yeah, I know.
All right, y'all. Deuces.
It's your boy Leroy Mitchell. I'm feeling good.
Feeling good.
Vibrant.
All that. Everything he said. That's me. Everything I'm saying.
But I'm feeling a little
All right, y'all. Deuces.
paranoid.